See this? This is mud. This is mud in the shovel. You can do quite a lot of things using mud. This is dry mud. You need to put some water to make it wet and dampen it. In the village we use it a lot in so many different things. You can make some pots, you can build huts, houses. You can use it in agriculture as well. If you look in the pit, there is a piece of wood that you see there. That's a machine that is used to mold some bricks. That's a brick molder. There's some mud right there in the pit, and you have to mix it with the pit sand so that you mold some bricks. We don't use cement, we just use the mud, the pit sand, and that wooden brick molder. Then you make some beautiful bricks that you can use to build your hut in the village. So people in the villages just do what we call the improvisation. They improvise. They use what they have to make things happen. Here, these are the bricks that come from that brick molder. These are the bricks. You have to lay them down in the sun so that they dry up before you use them to build. 5 to 7 days, then they are good enough to build a hut, a strong one. These are the bricks that are made from mud. These are the bricks that are made from mud. I'm going to take you right around the hut that is under construction using the same bricks that we saw there. This is the hut that is still under construction, made from mud and the bricks. See right here, this join here. Normally we use the cement to join the bricks, but here this is mud as well. And these are the bricks that are made from mud and the pit sand. So we put pit sand so that the mud won't crack, and so that the bricks becomes a little bit harder. As you can see, I'm scratching them, but they are a bit harder here. So this is the mud that we use here as our mortar. This is the hut that is still under construction. All these bricks that you see lying here. So you use some simple tools that you can make. Whatever piece of wood that you can come across, you can use it to build the hut. Then the poles that are cut from the bush. So if you look carefully, these are the dry poles. This is the dry wood. We don't normally use the fresh or the wet wood. So this is normally the dry wood that we gather to make the huts. Then right there, the thatch. This is the grass that you collect from the bush. This is the grass that you collect from the bush that you make the thatch with. And right inside this hut is so cool. You don't need any air conditioning. You don't need any fan. The thatch itself makes it very cool inside here. This is the hut that is still under construction. This is the roof from the outside. The grass that makes the thatch. So we call it the thatching grass. This type of grass that you see here is called the thatching grass. It doesn't grow anywhere else, but there is some special places where this grass will grow. So you have to go all the way and you cut it yourself. So if you live in the village, you must know everything. You must be the jack of all trades. You know how to cut the wood, know how to cut the grass, know how to mold the bricks, know how to build your own hut. This is where most of people in the village sleep. I will show you the end product of the huts that are in use right now. Then you see how they look like after they are fully constructed. See that guy sitting there? This is the builder, he's the guy who was building this hut. He is so experienced. He knows everything. He did the cutting of the poles, cutting of the grass, and also the molding of the bricks, as well as the building of the hut. He looks so tired. He's the guy who builds the houses or the huts in the village. He knows everything. So if you are skilled enough in the village, you can make money out of your skills. For those who cannot do some chores in the village, or those who cannot build their own huts, they can hire you to do that. So this is the hut that is already in use. This is the hut that is already finished. As you can see, the thatch there is a bit old. So each and every year you have to replace the grass so that you are protected from the rain, because when it's old like this, most of the times the rain can seep through and you are in trouble during the rain season. Each and every season you have to replace the grass. And if you look at the walls there, the painting that is done there, this is the duty of the women in the village. If you are a woman and you live in the village, you must know all these things. Painting of the huts is the duty of the women. See, there's some different colors that you see there. Some orange that you see from here. This orange color, this is the mixture of the mud from different places. Sometimes you have to go all the way to about 5 kilometers in search of the color that you love to put on your walls. And this black one here, this is the charcoal. You have to grind it a little bit, then you mix with the water, then you start to paint like this. And this white creamish stuff, this is the ashes that they mix as well. And you see, beautiful stuff here. This is the duty of the women that you see here all the way around. This is how beautiful the huts will look like in the villages. And in most cases, every homestead has got their own color. Look at this one, the round hut. This is the typical hut in the village. We used to build the round huts. The reason being, there is a belief in our African culture that the spirits will visit the people at night. So when they get into the round hut, they don't have a corner to hide in. So they just roam around. At the end of the day, they will find themselves right where they entered, and they will leave the hut. So it's just a myth. But what I've learned from this is that they did it for the snakes. You know, when a snake enters the house or the hut, what it does, it looks for the corner to hide. But if the hut is round like this, there isn't any corner to hide. So the snake will just roam around, following the walls of the hut up until it finds itself outside the hut. This is beautiful stuff that you see here. This is the big dining room here, this round hut. This is the dining room, and the kitchen is over here. This is where they do their cooking. This is where they do their cooking. If you look on the walls, right on the edges there are some holes, or the ventilation that you see right here. This is where the smoke will escape when they are cooking. And if you want to know that this hut is used for cooking, look at the thatch. It's dark with color there. That's the smoke from the fire that they make, because mostly the people in the village will use the firewood to cook. So the smoke will paint or dye the grass, and it becomes dark like that. Let me just take you inside the kitchen so that you see how they make their thing. Place, this is where they do their cooking. See the firewood, the remains of the firewood there, and this is the cooking stand that they place on the fire, and there's a grill there, so that when you place a small pot, it doesn't fall inside the fire. So you just place it over the grill there. And if you have your braai, if you have your meat that you want to roast, you just place it over there. This is where they place their pot. And that small thing over there, this is an essential tool. This is the matches that they use to light up their fire. The matches that they use to light up their fire. So you must have this. This is a very essential tool that you must have in each and every homestead. This is the matches for lighting the fire. So as I was telling you about the ventilation, this is how it looks like from inside. So the smoke will easily escape. Then right at the top of the roof there, you see how dark it is. This is the smoke from the fire that dyes everything. And there's this wire that is attached over there that goes all the way to the other side. This is where they dry their meat, because they don't have some freezers or the refrigerators. So you just hang your meat there in that line. As the smoke is coming up from the fireplace, it dries up the meat, and that's the way of preservation when it comes to their food. So many tools that you find in the homesteads and also in the huts. So that shows that this is a proper village setup. And the chickens there, we call them the free range chickens. They don't live in the chicken run or the chicken fold, but you just keep them wherever they are, and they have a place where they sleep at night, mainly on the trees. And that one there with the chicks. And this is something that you must have in the village. Looking at that woman there, she is washing dishes, because they use firewood to cook. This pot is so dark, it's so black, and there's some black soot that she has to take off each and every day when she's making dishes. So there is a division of labor in the villages. Mainly the women does this. And you see that pot over there at the top, that grey whitish stuff. This is the ashes. The reason why they put this is another way of preserving the pot. When you place it on the fire, it doesn't burn much, but the ashes will burn. Then when you are washing, you just wash off the ashes, and then it becomes much cleaner. This is the setup in the village. And this tree, this is where most of the chicken roost at night. This is where they sleep at night. There's a ladder there. This is where they sleep. And as for those with the small chicks, this is where they sleep at night. This is where they sleep. That's their chicken run or the fowl run. Okay. That green stuff over there outside, that green car that you see, that's a cart, the scotch cart. We call it the scotch cart. Normally they are donkey-driven carts, but this one is an oxen-driven cart. See, there's a yoke there. That's where you place 2 oxen to draw this cart. We use this when we are fetching firewood, when we are fetching mud for building the huts, when we are fetching the grass, when we are everything that you do. And also it acts as an ambulance, because most of the times the hospitals or the clinics are far away from the villages, about 40 kilometers away. So if you have a piece like this, that shows that you have a source of income, because for those who do not have, they will come and hire, so that you take them wherever they want to go. Then they pay, be it in cash or they pay with the chicken or goats. So you must have that. And also you see this grass here. This was brought here using that same scotch cart. And this is where they keep their grass before they do their thatching. So this is done during the months of April, May, June. So you must find someone who can select the grass and you must find someone who knows how to cut the grass beautifully, and someone who can thatch the hut for you so that the hut won't leak. So if you are not careful enough, you'll be in trouble with the rains when the rain season comes. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. I hope you've learned a lot. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so that when we drop a new video, you are notified already. So this is the village setup, guys. This is in Africa. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, the Ultimate Survivor.